Hello. I've been getting a lot of questions about environments, so I wanted to record this video and clarify what they are and how to use them. So some of you may have noticed that as Digma is recording information, you can see this local tab appear on your view, and you can see the same if you open the Insights panel. But what is this local environment, and how do I add new environments into the system? Here is what it means. So local environment is basically my own environment. If I don't specify any name for the environment, the local is kind of the default. The local environment has another important property. It's private. So if you use Digma with multiple users connected, you only see your own local environment by default, and other users cannot see your local environment. And that makes sense. If I'm exploring a specific issue, I don't want to contaminate everybody else's data with the specific information that I'm accumulating. Now, what if I want to add another environment? Let's say I want to have a specific benchmark for a branch, or I want to use a deployment for CI or for performance testing. So how do I specify which environment the observability data gets recorded at? So to solve that issue, we're actually using resource attributes, which are an OpenTelemetry concept. And the nice thing is that in order to enable it, all you need to do is set an environment variable. So you can use the OpenTelemetry semantic convention attribute, which is called deployment environment, and you can see it here. Or you can use the Digma.environment resource attribute as well, because maybe you don't want to change the way things already work for you and you just want a different way to structure the data. So to demonstrate, I'm just going to take this pet clinic project and I'm going to edit the run config. And I'm just going to add another environment variable. Now, the way to set resource attributes in OpenTelemetry is using an environment variable called OTel resource attributes. And then for the value, I'm just going to set the environment that I want to use. In this case, I'll use Digma.environment equals dev. So I've essentially just defined a new environment called dev, and all of the information recorded with that specific resource attribute will have its own separate section within Digma. So let me stop and rerun. And you can see my application is starting up. Digma is already instrumenting it using OpenTelemetry. In this case, we're using the agent. And I'm just going to trigger a few actions. That's it. Now, you can already notice that in the observability panel, there is a new environment, and I can also see a signal that there are new traces basically added there. I can click on it, and immediately I see the data that's specifically recorded with the dev deployment environment, or in this case, the Digma environment. And the same kind of separation also exists within my view. So I can look at this specific method statistics or endpoint statistics for the local environment and then change to see how it performs in dev, which in this case is quite identical. I hope this clarifies a few things about environments and how to use them. In the future, we're going to have this much more integrated into the UI, so you don't need to actually set any environment variables at all, unless you want to use it within a centralized environment like testing or CI. That's it. Hope this is helpful to everyone, and feel free to ask any other additional questions about this feature over in the Slack. Bye for now.